Hello everyone, this is Nasir Raza, Head of Operations at Edify Group of Companies. I welcome you all at this Partners Meetup 2024. Thank you so very much for coming. I will start off with the presentation in which I am going to talk about all the operations, how we do things differently, how we get to secure a lot of numbers as compared to the other consultancy firms while being all genuine. So I am going to navigate the students' admission journey with Edify Group of Companies mechanism. Alright, as Junaid has already told you guys about us, I want to say it differently, that we are 100 plus young professionals under the leadership of Sir Azim Qasim, and we are unstoppable. A question might arise at this stage that how a team becomes magnificent. To me, I think being well equipped as a team is the only tool that we can consider making a team great. So what we believe at Edify Group of Companies as a teammate, what we have gotten is reliable tools, comprehensive trainings, clear communications, and as well as teamwork. So this is what really differentiates this team to be well equipped, and that is the only reason why we are doing so good in the market. This part is a little bit boring, but if you guys will be with me, I'm definitely going to discuss a really great flow of work here. It's a two-step verification purpose. We don't do things like other people. So what we do, our counselors, when they get to make the sign up, they don't just apply right directly to you guys. You guys are so reverent to us that we don't even try to send the packs directly to you guys. Instead, our counselors make a request, and after that request, we proceed that request in the lodgement by the central processing team, and that makes this two-step verification. And I will definitely explain this later on if you remain with me. And obviously it makes the processing experience all refined. Here comes what we call it. It's what Edify really is. Just to keep you guys engaged, literally my teammate Saud has worked for the whole night for this simple flow. And that flow simply explains everything, whatever we are doing, and it is very important for you guys to know because not many people are doing it. We start off from here when the clients walk in. As you can see with the laser light, when the clients walk in, it's assigned to the counselor with the flow that we have, that is the ERP system. Once it's done, our counselors who are well informed, they get to counsel the parents as well as the students, and once it's done, we don't bother our counselors to carry on with the litigations or the documentation. So the job is done here. After counseling, it goes to the assistant counselor, and that is where all the litigation is done under the leadership of counselor, and back and forth communication is created here. So these three steps, I hope so that that's really making it a sense here. So moving on to the next step, that is 4. In there we route the application pack of the signed up clients to the central processing. When I said two-step verification, if you guys remember two-step verification, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so in the next step, here we route all the applications to the central processing. We do a lot of checks here. What kind of checks we really do? That you guys already check, but we also make sure to check it from our end. That is not limited to, but I have written some of them here. SOP plagiarism check, for Australia, Nasir list check, obviously immigration history form check, that is the most important. In many cases, if the applicant do not have any immigration history. Not just that, experience verification and checks to the academic gap, verify the CV and SOP of the students, obviously with all the documents that the student has, and along with that all these checks are done in detail and then submitted to the partner. This is the partner universities. that you guys are. So we do a lot of work here. I want to take an instance here from you guys because this is really what we are doing. We are making a lot of checks and then submitting the application to you guys. Once it's done, we obviously get either offer letter or rejection. Let's just say it's an offer letter. If it's an offer letter, we are standing at 0.7 here. So it is received by the CPT team that is again routed at 0.8 to the consular here. I hope so I'm not losing you guys. Am I? Just clap if you guys are listening. Thank you very much. That really makes me think that you guys are listening. So if that is so, once the consular receives the offer letter, obviously he will try to make it unconditional and with the help of assistant consular. And once it's done, the consular goes for the payment here. Once the payment is done, the cash is received here. And once the cash is received, we are almost 90% through the process. And as you can see that how differently we have done it, we have made all the checks by our end. So now the last step is to file the visa. The visa filing is again made sure of it that we get to do a lot of checks with the approvals of the central processing team. Special kindness of Tanzila here. This is Tanzila by the way. There. This one. A huge round of applause for her, please. She's my teammate, making all the checks with the help of central processing team. And once it's done, the visa is filed under the leadership of the consular. Obviously, in the litigation work, this assistant consular is helping this consular, but at the same time, this goes for the verification to the central processing, and then goes after the approval to the consular, and then it turns out to be visa received. And this is where operation is ended. I'm not going to take much of the time, as complicated as it may seem. Might look like we are taking a lot of time with the application pack doing all the verification work, but literally it just takes us 24 hours to proceed 98% of the applications that we proceed at Edify Group of Companies. So, with a little bit of stat, this is my last slide. Thank you so very much everyone for listening out to me for this long. I didn't thought that this presentation is going to take this much time. But when we're talking about operations, it takes time. With the operation excellence, obviously, it's driving remarkable outcomes for us. As you guys can see here, in 2018, we were just at 76 or something. 76 students recruitment back in 2018. So what we did differently, we stick to the pattern that I just showed you guys. It didn't magically turn out to be what it was, but over the years, in 2020 we made 246 around that. And thank you. And what was more magical for us was this trend. As you guys can see, exponential rise. In 2023, we scored 840. Thank you everyone for bearing me. Thank you so much.